Adding pages in Google Slides is another simple drag and drop process. Under my editing tabs here, I'm going to switch over to Pages now. This is going to allow me to add and organize pages on my website. By clicking the plus button at the bottom, I can either add a new page on my website or a new link out of my website. So for this example, I'm going to add a new page. It's going to ask me what do I want to call it. I'm going to call it page 1. Now, I have two headers in my navigation bar at the top of my website, Home and Page 1. If I add another page, Page 2, I now have three headers at the top of my navigation page. This works really well for navigating until you reach too many pages at the top of your navigation bar. At that point, you'll want to start nesting your pages under each other. The way you do that is click and drag on one of your pages. For this example, I'm going to take my page 2 and I'm going to nest it under my page 1. So I will click and drag on page 2 and I can see I'm dragging it. I want to drop it directly on the page that I want to nest it under. By dropping it on page 1 now has a drop down arrow on my navigations for pages on this side and on my navigation at the top of my website. If I preview my website, I can see how that's going to look. In my navigation bar at the top, under page 1, if I hover over it, it drops down and gives me my subcategories under page 1. You can do this and keep nesting if you'd like. If I wanted to put a page 3 nested under page 2, I drop it in. You can see that because I was in the page 1 already, it nested page 3 under page 1 again. I can click on it and hold and drop it on top of page 2. Now in my navigation bar, I have page 1. Page 2 is then nested under page 1. Page 3 is nested under page 2. You can keep nesting as far as you'd like to go. At this point, when you're nesting pages under pages under pages, your website can get disorganized and difficult for users to use. There are a couple strategies when you get to this point. The first is to say, is this quality content? Do I really need it on my web page? If you feel that you do, then you may think about starting to hide pages from the navigation bar. And the way you do that is hover over a page that you no longer want to be available on the navigation bar. Click on the three little dots, I call it the snowman, on the far right, and under that you have the option to hide from navigation. This means that the website can only be accessed by clicking on a link to it. So if you're going to do this, what you're going to want to do is start adding buttons to your website linking to that hidden page. To do this, click Insert, go down to the button, click Button, type in what you want to name it, and then where it says Link, just click on Link and find the page that you want to link it to. For me, that was page 3. Then click Insert. Now, if I hover over my tools up here, or my navigation bar up here, I can't find page 3. However, on page 2, if I click on this button called page 3, it will link my user to the hidden page, page 3. So hidden only means it's no longer available in the navigation bar at the top of your website. Another useful tool when creating pages is the duplicate page. Once you create a page that has a template that you like, the best thing to do, rather than rebuild it over and over again, is to hover over the page that has the template you like, find the snowman, click on that snowman, and then click Duplicate Page. It's going to ask you what to call it. For this example, I'm just going to call it Copy of Page 2 so you can see what it looks like. So now I have this copy of page 2, which is the exact same thing as page 2. The button's the same, it's linked to the same location. This is a great way to keep uniformity across your website when the layouts are not enough for you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully it's provided you with some tools and some strategies for building your own websites on Google Sites. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe to catch more videos on using Google Apps for education.